Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Yellowstone's Jefferson White unrecognizable in 9-year-old Law and Order SVU Throwback. Yellowstone's Jimmy Herdstrom star took on a very different role when he featured in Law and Order SVU almost a decade ago. Ranch hand Jimmy Herdstrom, played by Jefferson White, was a professional thief and drug cook before he made his way to Yellowstone and quickly became a fan favorite. It was in the final episode of the Paramount Network drama's 4th series that John Dutton, Kevin Costner, gave Jimmy his blessing to start a new life away from the ranch. Jimmy made his exit so he could start over again at the iconic 66 ranch with his fiancée Emily, Catherine Kelly, with a spin-off reportedly still in the works. But long before he donned a Stetson, Jimmy actor Jefferson White popped up in a number of other well-known dramas. From How to Get Away with Murder and Blue Bloods to House of Cards and Elementary, the 34-year-old has been entertaining viewers since 2014 when he appeared in The Americans. It was the following year, though, that White took on a role in NBC's Law and Order SVU as a character called Gary in Season 16's Intimidation Game. In the episode, a female video game developer suffers from a stream of online insults, intimidation, and death threats from the male-dominated gaming community ahead of the launch of her first game. A female employee is then assaulted at a gamer convention, but nevertheless, the developer refuses to postpone the launch, and it is up to the team to level up to protect her. White is behind one of misogynistic cyber-terrorists who throws abuse at the developer and her team. White has very few lines in this episode, but at one point reportedly calls out, "Go home, gamer girl," in a bid to push the developer into stepping down. The Yellowstone actor has come a long way since this minor role, though, with 2 other projects now in the works, going by his IMDb page. The first of which is called Caravan, which is a comedy that sees a diabetic man hitch a ride from Brooklyn to Canada with his ex-girlfriend and his closest acquaintances to get life-saving insulin. The second of the 2 projects will be a lot more familiar to many, as it is a follow-up film to the action horror franchise Hellboy. The Crooked Man will be about Hellboy and a rookie BPRD, Bureau for Paranormal Research and Defense agent after they get stranded in 1950s rural Appalachia. It is here that they discover a small community haunted by witches and led by the Crooked Man. Both Caravan and Hellboy, The Crooked Man, are currently in production. The night was thick with New York tension, its streets bustling with the kind of energy only the city could muster. For fans of Law and Order SVU, it was just another crime-filled episode. But for sharp-eyed viewers revisiting a nearly decade-old installment, a hidden gem emerged. Jefferson White, now a star of Yellowstone, in a role so vastly different from his modern-day cowboy persona that it left fans in utter disbelief. Back then, White was at the dawn of his career. He hadn't yet donned Jimmy Herdstrom's dusty boots or endured the trials of life on the Dutton Ranch. In this throwback episode of SVU, titled Descent, he portrayed a character worlds away from the stoic ranch hand audiences know today. Dressed in a baggy hoodie and sporting a nervous energy, White's character, Danny Pollock, was a young man entangled in a web of deceit, desperation, and survival. The episode focused on a harrowing case involving a powerful corporate lawyer accused of heinous crimes. Danny, an earnest but troubled kid, became an unexpected linchpin in the investigation. White's performance was striking even then. His wiry frame and piercing eyes conveyed vulnerability, making Danny's every word and movement ripple with raw emotion. It was the kind of performance that hinted at a bright future, even if no one, not even White himself, could have predicted the road ahead. Transformation through the years. Fast forward 9 years, and Jefferson White is now a household name among Yellowstone fans. His portrayal of Jimmy Herdstrom is nothing short of transformative. Jimmy, the hapless yet endearing ranch hand with a troubled past, has grown into a fan favorite, earning White critical acclaim for his ability to balance humor, heartache, and grit. But comparing Jimmy to Danny is like comparing night to day. Where Jimmy exudes an awkward charm, Danny was a bundle of nerves and guilt, a young man who seemed perpetually on the brink of collapse. White's ability to embody these vastly different characters speaks volumes about his range as an actor. For many fans, discovering his SVU role was like unearthing a long-lost treasure. Social media buzzed with excitement as clips and stills from the episode resurfaced. "I can't believe this is Jimmy," one fan tweeted, attaching a side-by-side comparison of White's SVU character and his Yellowstone alter ego. The episode that defined a moment. In Descent, White's Danny was a pivotal witness. The young man worked as a janitor at a luxury apartment complex, where the accused lawyer lived. One fateful night, Danny saw something, or thought he did, that could crack the case wide open. The detectives, led by Olivia Benson, Mariska Hargitay, and Nick Amaro, Danny Pino, initially approached Danny with skepticism. His shaky demeanor and inconsistent story didn't inspire confidence, but as they peeled back the layers of his life, they uncovered a heart-wrenching tale of poverty, broken dreams, and a desperate bid to do the right thing. White's standout scene came during a tense interrogation. Faced with mounting pressure, Danny broke down, delivering a gut-wrenching monologue about the weight of his secrets and the fear that had kept him silent. It was a moment that showcased White's ability to dig deep into a character's psyche, leaving viewers riveted. Jimmy Herdstrom, the role that changed everything. It's almost poetic to look back at Danny Pollock and see shades of Jimmy Herdstrom. Both characters are underdogs, navigating worlds that seem determined to break them. But where Danny was swallowed by his circumstances, Jimmy fought to rise above his. On Yellowstone, White's journey has been nothing short of remarkable. Starting as a petty criminal trying to escape a dead-end life, Jimmy found a new sense of purpose on the Dutton Ranch. His transformation from a clumsy ranch hand to a confident cowboy has been one of the show's most compelling arcs. Much of that success can be attributed to White's dedication to his craft. In interviews, he's spoken about the physical and emotional demands of portraying Jimmy. From learning to ride horses to capturing the nuances of rural life, White has poured himself into the role, earning the admiration of fans and co-stars alike. The internet reacts. The rediscovery of White's SVU role has sparked a wave of nostalgia and admiration. Fans have flooded social media with posts celebrating his evolution as an actor. Some have even joked about creating a Danny versus Jimmy fanfiction, imagining what it would be like if the two characters met. Jefferson White is the definition of a chameleon, one Reddit user wrote. "How did we not notice this before?" Others praised his ability to bring authenticity to every role, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant. Even White himself has joined in on the fun. In a recent interview, he chuckled at the newfound attention his SVU appearance was receiving. "It's wild to think about how far I've come since then," he said. "I owe so much to those early roles. They taught me the importance of hard work and believing in yourself, even when the odds seem stacked against you." A career still on the rise. As Jefferson White continues to make waves in Hollywood, his journey from SVU guest star to Yellowstone icon serves as an inspiration to aspiring actors everywhere. His ability to disappear into a role, whether it's a nervous New Yorker or a rugged cowboy, sets him apart in an industry that demands versatility. For fans, the discovery of his SVU Throwback is more than just a fun fact. It's a testament to the power of perseverance and the magic of storytelling. And while Jefferson White may have left Danny Pollock behind, his legacy lives on, a reminder that even the smallest roles can lead to the biggest opportunities. In the ever-expanding world of Jefferson White's career, one thing is certain: whether he's wrangling cattle or unraveling mysteries, he's a force to be reckoned with. And for those who missed his SVU debut the first time around, now is the perfect moment to revisit it and witness the early spark of a star in the making.